Today we're gonna give you 5 tips on how to wash your dishes efficiently outside.
This one is pretty easy and straightforward. Vanessa and I like to make sure there's no leftovers on the pot and pans and utensils when we do the dishes, just because we don't want anything left on the ground, just to be environmentally friendly. And you know, if you can't lick it, then get a paper towel and you can wipe it off and put it in a trash bag or something. Another thing we like to do is make sure you wash the dishes as soon as you can, because anything dry up, it's a lot harder to wash it off, and then you waste more water.
So the second tip is kind of a general rule that some people use at home anyway, and it's just how you order the dishes when you actually wash them. So you kind of go from the cleanest to the dirtiest. So here we kind of have utensils, our cutting board and such, especially because we only handled vegetables today. It's pretty clean. And then to a couple of dishes from left over from lunch that we didn't really wipe out so well. So we just kind of ordered it like this, and in that way you can kind of save water because you're cleaning with water that isn't quite as dirty in the beginning and then using all that leftover water to help clean all the stuff at the end. Okay, so the third tip is kind of using your own pots to be your wash basin. So for us, we have this really big wok that we always use, so I'm gonna put this under here to kind of catch any of the water that I'm using to wash dishes. Okay, so we tend to use this called Camp Suds. This is the one that is biodegradable, and you can use it outside. It does say to use it sparingly, so we try not to use too much of it, but it works great. So at the very end, you can just use the soapy water that's been collected all this time to kind of rinse out the actual pot.
Rinsing. So far, this is how much water we used to wash all these dishes. The pot, the utensils, and the Tupperwares. So when we rinse, at least for utensils anyway, for me, I usually like to go with a slow drip like this. This usually is enough to do the job. I still have to walk underneath to catch all the water. For the bigger stuff like Tupperwares and pots, I like to turn it up a little bit just to fill it up, and just turn off the water at this point. Just use a hand to kind of wash the soap off. And once you finish this, the next thing, you can go to the next thing with the same water. Then use the same water with the pot. Need more water. And these are the dirty water. I mean, I don't think it's that bad, this much water for washing and rinsing.
So tip number 5 is actually specifically for cold weather situations. We've had it a few times where we went camping outside, and after we were finished eating, we saw that all of the oil that was left in the pan had created a film or like a jelly, and we couldn't really clean that until the next morning. Everything was just getting gunked up with it. So we discovered that if we just boil some water as we're cooking, we could just put it in a thermos and leave it there until we're ready to wash the dishes, and then adding that hot water with the soap made it so much easier, 100 times easier to wash anything that had oil, and it worked super well, and then you don't have to put it off until later. So that's definitely tip number 5 that we learned the hard way, and hopefully will help you guys in the future.
that was our 5 tips on how to wash dishes efficiently. By no means this is the best way to do it. This is just how we do it. If you have any better ideas, any suggestions, feel free to let us know. There's always better ways out there. But yeah, that's it. And until next week, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.